Just today I think we were talking about the way in which the practice of filmmaking, there's kind of like two modes. There's the industrial model where you're surrounded by a bunch of collaborators and there's endless discussions, and there's the practices related to communication and sharing, and the way that forms an ecology that becomes the basis of the work, i.e. when you're working with actors and 20 people on the crew. And then there's another mode of filmmaking, which I think this dichotomy is sharper than the experimental versus narrative model. I think the other mode of filmmaking, which is more intimate, more process-based and more individual, is something that we've kind of struggled to find a real place for in Australia. It's associated, of course, with the fine arts, and Allison has had quite a solid embedded history in photography and painting and music and sound art. But it's also something distinct, and I think one of the things I like about Allison's work particularly is the way in which it merges very distinct interdisciplinary art practices in a context that feels uniquely cinematic. It doesn't feel like it's leaning in any one direction in particular. So one of the things I think you'll find about the films, and hopefully the sound system will hold up, is the attention to soundscape and this almost kind of musique concrète style building of an off-screen environment that allows for a kind of greater engagement or meditation with the images, and the way these things play off each other I think is very interesting. The other thing, of course, is her use of images, which doesn't at all feel like contemporary Australian cinema. If anything, it might have antecedents with people like Chantal Akerman or Lucrecia Martel from Argentina. But I also feel that it has a very strong basis in contemporary photography.